Rothmans International Stakes, a mile and 5/8 or approximately 2,600 meters over the Marshall Turf Course. This running of the Rothmans International carries a gross value of $520,350. The winner today will receive $312,210. Number 1 is What Nonsense, owned by Hakon Fritheim, trained by Arnie Ellevold and ridden by Walter Buick. Number 2 is Majesty's Prince, owned by John Marsh, trained by Joe Canty and ridden by Eddie Maypole. Number 3 is Palakaraki, owned by Sidney Port, trained by Charles Whittingham and ridden by Bill Shoemaker. And number 4 is Half Iced, owned by Bert Firestone, trained by Stanley Huff and ridden by Don MACBETH. And number 5 is All Along, owned by Daniel Wildenstein, trained by Patrick Biocone, ridden by Walter Swinburn. And number 6 is Welsh Term, owned by Owen Hellman, trained by Robert Collet, ridden by Jeff Fell. And number 7 is Load the Cannons, owned by the Suma Stable, trained by Olivier Duyev, ridden by Marco Castaneda. And number 8 is Escaline, owned by Mrs. John Fellows, trained by John Fellows and ridden by Sandy Hawley. And number 9 is NIJINSKY'S Secret, owned by Mrs. John A. McDougall, trained by Ken Sterling and ridden by Jose Velez. Number 10 is Thunder Puddles, owned by the Rockwood Stable, trained by John Campo, ridden by Robin PLATTS. And number 11 is NORWICK, owned by Frank Stronach, trained by Phil England, and ridden by Gary Stahlbaum. Following the running of the Rothmans International, the presentation to the winner will be made by Mr.
Defending champion, number 8 at 9.
In there,
and the last horse in is going to be the number 1 horse, that's What Nonsense on the inside. Perfect for this big race. Waiting for What Nonsense to come in. They're at the post. They're off, and Majesty's Prince reaches for the lead as Half Ice comes away quickly on the outside. And as they head up towards that far turn, Half Ice takes over the lead. NIJINSKY'S Secret up there second on the outside. Thunder Puddles now closing up third. What Nonsense is fourth along the inside. Welsh Term is fifth. Escaline is sixth. Norwick is seventh. Majesty's Prince is eighth. Palakaraki is ninth along the inside. All Along is 10th, and Load the Cannons is 11th on the outside. They did the first quarter in 25-1, and as they come down the incline to head into the home stretch for the first time, Half Ice maintaining that lead along the inside, and NIJINSKY'S Secret up on the outside. And here they are into the stretch for the first time, crossing over the main track. Half Ice showing the way along the inside. NIJINSKY'S Secret is right alongside. Thunder Puddles running along third. What Nonsense has moved up fourth on the inside. Welsh Term is fifth. Escaline is sixth along the inside. Then we pick up Norwick with Majesty's Prince saving ground along the hedge. All Along now closing up in the center. Load the Cannons, and Palakaraki is the 11th horse. And as they head for the clubhouse turn, 6 furlongs in 1:16. Half Iced has the lead. Heading into the clubhouse turn, that's Half Iced. NIJINSKY'S Secret up there to challenge for the lead on the outside. Thunder Puddles running along third. Welsh Term has now come on fourth on the outside. What Nonsense is fifth. Norwick sixth. All Along well placed seventh on the outside. Escaline is eighth along the hedge. Load the Cannons is ninth. Majesty's Prince 10th in the center, waiting to make a move. And Palakaraki is still trailing, and they're down the back stretch. They're heading for the turn. Half Iced is on top, and NIJINSKY'S Secret is right alongside. We're looking at Thunder Puddles up there on the outside, and swinging around the far turn. Half Iced on top. NIJINSKY'S Secret is making a move, and so is Thunder Puddles. And now here comes the arc winner All Along on the extreme outside. They're midway through that turn. NIJINSKY'S Secret and Thunder Puddles with All Along very strong on the outside. Palakaraki out in the center and Majesty's Prince in between horses. And here they come through the stretch. It is All Along. She's got this race, and as she comes down to the finish line with about 70 yards to go. It is going to be a filly all along. She's going to win the Rothmans International, and she does all along. The winner, Thunder Puddles, second. Close for the show between Majesty's Prince and NIJINSKY'S Secret. And then let's pick up